Well, let's try this again. Shout out video from Ariana Caprice Lucas, aka 3G's little sister, self proclaimed but adopted by you. You. But yeah, I would like to give a shout out to everyone who I love. So as far as bands, gospel go-go bands and bands, Christian rap groups, and DMV artists, I would like to do that right now. Um, First, giving honor to God, who was the head of my life. um, and I would like to give a shout out to my mentor first, Erica, Critical Revelation Band, Washington. Yeah, it gets real when I get close to the screen like that. You feel what I'm saying? That's when it gets real. So, shout out to Erica. I love you. Um, Shout out to CRB for cranking so hard and ministering. I'm gonna say my favorite song by every band because I don't want y'all to think I just don't know your music. My favorite song by CRB is "Put Your Hands on Me" and "Fist Pump." And I love CRB. Shout out to Brent, Megan, K Strings, Tamari, my best friend on the bass, and my brother Baxter, the hype rapper. Shout out to I Conquer, Baxter's thing. I Conquer. Shout out to them. Look that up. We're doing big things out here. Shout out to Wanted Band, Showtime, Alex. My favorite song by y'all is MVP Ballin'. That's the hood way to say it. MVP Ballin'. I said it hood. Right? Did I do good? Shout out to Wanted Band. You guys crank. Shout out to your whole ministry. Yeah, I would like to give a shout out to Walk by Faith. I love you, Walk by Faith. Big brother Zoe holding it down. My best friend Sam on the drums. Get hip to him because he cranks. Shout out to everybody and Walk by Faith. My favorite song by y'all is Bounce Around. Shout out to Israel ENT. You know, I just love them. They are like Site 937. Oh, I manage a group called Site 937. Shout out to Site 937. Israel, ENT, they are great. They like brothers, sisters. Well, yeah, brothers. And they put us on a lot. And they show a lot of love. And we really appreciate it. I appreciate it on behalf of Site 937. So shout out to Israel ENT. Look them up on Google because they're superstars. I don't know their website. It could be like IsraelENT.com. But if it's not, you didn't hear that from me. Okay? Alright. I'm gonna look at my list. Shout out to Peculiar People. Peculiar People. That's the first gospel go-go band I ever knowed in my whole entire life and ever of living. And I just like them a lot. I love them. Dre, War Child, everybody. My favorite song by y'all is Dance in the Rain. And Worthy is a Lamb. Take control of me. My life is yours to give. Yeah, so I love Peculiar People, actually. They were like the first, I'm trying to tell y'all, they were really the first gospel go-go band I ever knew in my life. And I was just like, wow, this can happen? Gospel go-go. But yeah, Peculiar People. Shout out to them. Shout out to True Potential Band. I really want to just give y'all the biggest shout out because y'all are great. I've grown to love y'all so much, and I appreciate y'all for putting on Site 937 at Cranktuary. Cranktuary was great, and y'all crank. My first song by you is Jesus Makes the World Go Round. Shout out to Nisha, Cornell, Daryl B, everybody. Shout out to True Potential. I want to give a shout out to Radical Praise, Big Brother Reds, leading, great. My favorite song by y'all is I Cry. I love Radical Praise. They came to my church, my old church, a couple times. I like them a lot. Which brings me to NFL. Shout out to NFL. My favorite song by y'all, Newfound Love, is Your Name High. And I love that song, and I love y'all. Shout out to B-Ham. Shout out to everybody. I want to give a shout out to Mission Band. Wayne, Dez, everybody. I want to shout out Mission Band because I really like y'all. I'm like a newfound fan of y'all. Like, for real. I love y'all. And my favorite song by y'all is probably Grenade. Shout out to Vertical Band. They they crank, and you know, I really only see them at Merge now, which makes me kind of sad because like I want them to come to one of my shows that I'm gonna have because I'm gonna start having shows in 2012. Oh yes, I'm doing big things. Boo. But no, Vertical Band is great. I love their worship. I love their song covers. I love everything. So shout out to Vertical Band, to everybody. Shout out to y'all, Vertical, doing big things out here. Shout out to Merge Team Shouty. Shout out to that. Shout out to Living Proof. Oh wait, my favorite song by Vertical Band is probably I don't wanna box you in. You've been doing big things since the world began. And check the tune. Yeah, Vertical. Shout out to Living Proof. I never got to see y'all in person yet, but I know some members of the band, and I mean, I heard y'all music. Y'all crank, and I appreciate how hard you go for Jesus. Lead Mike and everybody. My favorite song by y'all is probably "Moment for Life," the "Moment for Life" cover. Yeah. Shout out to Lost But Found. Oh, Lost But Found. You Lost But Found and Praise Movement. Shout out to both of y'all. Lost But Found, you guys just make my heart melt. You guys are great. Praise Movement, you just make my heart melt. You guys are great. Cause you guys are young and doing stuff for Jesus, especially Lost But Found. To see all y'all really walking and not just talking, it's a blessing. A blessing. I don't know how to churchify that, but y'all are great. I love y'all. Lost But Found, Little Brothers, Praise Movement. My favorite song by Lost But Found is Blind. My favorite song by Praise Movement is probably Go Hard. I love Praise Movement. Shout out to Praise Movement. Higher Heights and New Creation. I'm just not really getting hip to y'all's music, but I know members of the band, of course. And yeah, you guys are great. You guys crank. I love y'all. I think there's a band called Brandon Canfor in One Way. I love Brandon Canfor in One Way. They're not a gospel go-go band. They're just a gospel band in the DMV. And I just feel like they are just great. And their harmony's on point. And y'all know how I am about harmony, pitch, and everything. And they're perfect. They are just great. It's like the heavens just came down and just invaded. But no, yeah, special shout out to my best friend, Samari. Plays bass for CRB. My best friend Sam plays drums for Walk by Faith. My brother Baxter. My mentor Erica. This is a recap. Shout out to Site 937. Make sure you guys follow us on Twitter. And stuff. Site 937, SITE 937. Make sure y'all support gospel go-go bands and shows. Let me make sure I didn't forget anybody. Did I say Wanted? Wanted, CRB, Israel, Peculiar, True Potential, NFL, Radical, Lost But Found, Living Proof, Elevated Vision, Praise Movement, Higher Heights, New Creation, Walk by Faith. Did I say that already? I probably did. I'm sorry. I took too many NyQuils. I'm sick if you can't tell by my voice. But yeah, thanks for watching this. This is the shout out video. So shout out. Oh, this is the edited version because the first one I did was terrible. I missed so many bands. It was just the worst. I don't even know what to do with my life anymore. Everything is so cloudy. But no, thank you for watching this. TTYL.